Right then, so it's just gone 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and the car's packed, and we're just going to go and make our way to go and meet my partner in crime for the match, Carp King Chris Fennell. You all might know him, obviously a few of his blogs and stuff online, and obviously Swindon boy as well. So yeah, car's packed. Chris has just finished work, and we'll be going to meet him shortly. So Zig's in the car, going to be taking him as well today for this weekend's match. So we got our lucky little mascot. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've had a couple of weeks worth of banter on the SouthWestCarpers page. So yeah, you know, everyone's been looking forward to this weekend, etc. And my first match since I think the couple down on the Hunt Street complex, a charity match and the 24-hour match. So yeah, my first one in quite a while, but this is more of a serious match because there's a decent amount of prize money up for grabs, 500 quid between the two people. So yeah, all to play for. It's at the Islands Fishery. I don't know if any of you guys ever been there before, but yeah, it's at the Islands Fishery. I've never fished there myself, but I know Fennell's done a 2 or 3 sessions down there, and apparently it hasn't blanked yet. So let's hope we can continue that run of luck, and hopefully bag 1 or 2. I've been prepping all my gear and that pretty much this week. I've done the final touches not that long ago. Just knocked up a quick stick mix for my tactics that I'm going to be using you know, this weekend. Might chop and change it because the weather's meant to be quite sunny this weekend. So I'm thinking margin fishing, maybe a floater opportunity. You know, just gonna have to see what it's all about really over the course of the weekend. Like I say, I've never fished it before, so I don't really know too much about it. I know the lake's kind of split into 12 separate pegs and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess it's going to be a case of taking each hour as it passes, reacting to anything that we see, and taking it from there. So brief introduction to what the weekend's all about. Just going to jump on the road now, like I say, go and meet Fennell. So we'll catch up with you shortly at the venue. Right then, so buzzer's just gone. Oh wow, I say buzzer, but I think it actually died. Yeah, it was more of a shout than a buzz. I think what they planned to use died a death. So my rods are now out. So there we go. Don't know if you see the tip of that island, tip of that spit there. That's where my right hander's gone. Sort of, you know, foot or 2 off that. Left hander just beyond them geese over in that little alcove there. Mr. Carp King Fennell.
Bonjour. Going
with something different. Going with the method feeder on both rods. So I doubt many around the lake are doing that, to be honest. So you never know.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought
there we go.
Going to be chucking out solid bags or lead clip rigs.
Look at that bad boy. Couple of them.
Not many people these days really fish method feeders when they're carp fishing. It's
big fish off style.
Yeah. Well,
instead we're
it can't do any
we're the
harm.
Dean Macy side, so we actually catch fish, fingers crossed, rather than the alley side. So like I say, it's just gone 6. It's been a bit of a rush and stuff as traffic was a bit manic and stuff earlier, and like I say, done a bit of a walk round, sussed out where we wanted to go. And luckily we come out 3rd in the draw, so we'd already had a decision on what 3 swims we wanted to kind of go in, and yeah, we got
got a second choice.
We got a second choice. Yeah, we was going to go for either 9, 10 or 11 is our first choices, and 4 and 5 as the backups, and going down the chain sort of 3 and 2 on 3rd lot of selection if need be. But we were quite lucky, we came out, like I say, 3rd in the draw. So so yeah, we dropped in peg 10. I know Chris has he's done a few sessions down here before. This isn't the swim that he's fished in, but he's been tipped off through the week that there were a few fish coming out from this bank. And to be honest, when we were walking around, we did see 1 or 2 fish show in 9, and I think we see one showing in 10 as well. So we've got the wind pushing into our faces at the moment, but it's, you know, it's not one of them massive pits, so I don't think it's going to really make much of a difference. But yeah, the rods are out, we're fishing, and let's see what the night's going to throw up our way. Never fished the place before myself, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, to be fair. That sun's beating into our faces, so it's quite nice, to be honest. My rods, I've not really gone with anything too heavy. I've gone with wafters on both. Fennell's just said he's forgot to put his goo on. There we go. But yeah, I've not gone with anything too mental on my rods. I've just gone with a couple of wafters, 1 krill, 1 sticky, pineapple one, and little stick mix I knocked up out of the Hinders Nut 365 stuff that I'm using for those guys. So nothing too heavy on the first night. I think we're just going to ease our way in and you know, see what the next few hours and the night involves, and then maybe sort of reassess in the morning and go from there. Really don't want to go sort of gung-ho straight away, but yeah, let's see what happens over the next few hours into darkness, and let's go fishing. So a cheeky one. Fennell's already got one already, but no one knows about it yet. Here we go. Get in that nets. Get in there. Come on.
Nice early fish. Right here, guys. First fish. I think it's the first fish of the match. I haven't heard. Like I said it was a quick fish, and it did come really quick. Like I said, I think it is the first fish of the match. Don't know the weight of it yet, because obviously all the weigh-in is being done by the marshals, so we'll let you know the weight of it later on. So but it's got to be a mid-double, and if it's more than about a 14-10, I'll be happy, because I think that's my biggest fish I've had out of here so far. So,
and that hasn't come long after we'd sorted out that intro, etc. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Sort of after that intro, it's rattled off.
I'm gonna have to put it down, because, as you know, guys, I've said in previous vlogs, I've got a bad back and I can't hold fish up for too long. So, right, we'll rest it back in the margins and wait for the marshal to get here, and then
rod's back out on the spot as well, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, rod's back out.
Rod's on the money.
Exactly on the spot. For
literally, you couldn't have put it anywhere else, as if it landed in the first cast, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, good choice of swim. We got our second choice of swim, and it's paid dividends really. So, right,
here's to more fish. Happy days.
Let's go more fishing. Here we go then, guys. First fish of the match is on the scales.
15-10.
There we go. I'm winning.
We're winning. Oi, I want half of that. I want half of that money.
15-10, yeah?
15-10, yeah. Sounds good to me. Right then, so it's Friday night. Fennell's got his scary text tone on, and it's about 5 to 9, as you can see. He's just stoked at the barbecue, keeping us nice and warm, and the wind's died down and everything now. It's flat calm.
It's well toasty.
Oh, it is toasty. It's proper nice, yeah. So we're going to get some grub on the go. Don't know if you can still see me or not. Trying to illuminate myself with the flames. Nothing else has happened that we're aware of yet, although we do think someone, someone in Peg 5, I think they might have just had one. A couple of head torches have headed round that way.
Actually, they've carried on to the next peg, so maybe they're just
doing a lap of them, make sure everyone's alright. Yeah, so not quite sure what's happening there, but if they do venture around here, the bailiffs, we'll ask them the question. But yeah, as far as we're aware, the old Carp King's done the business, and we're still winning. So it's been quiet so far, apart from a few liners and touches. Nothing's really materialised, but I'm gonna say feeling hopeful more than confident. because like I said, I don't really know too much about the lake and you know what times it does fish and blah blah blah, but like I said, there's a lot of pressure around the lake, every swim's taken, there's a lot of lines in the water, so I think it's...
From what I know on my experience of this lake, I don't think it doesn't really have a specific bite time. It does just as well any time, day or night.
Sporadic, yeah. Wow, who knows then, fingers crossed, we might have a few through the night. Obviously if we do, we'll have our cameras on and we'll let you know. But in the meantime, it's been a bit of a long day. Old Carp King's already had a day at work, so he's been up since half 4 this morning, so yeah, we're trying to chill out tonight, obviously reassess the situation in the morning. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll be coming back to you soon with a fish or two. But yeah, until something happens, we'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, so don't even know what time it is. Got a dozen geese now trashing my swim, but we've only gone in bag one. Number 2 just sat there quickly firing up a brew and knocking up some, just doing a bit more stick mix just because it had dried out and stuff. Just sat there. The furthest rod, the left-hander that I'd put out towards the island, savage sort of one toner to start with and a massive drop back because it is literally kind of like a foot off the island, so the only way they can come is towards me. And yeah, decent scrap. It tried taking me around the corner of the spit just over there, so it's come from over here and tried to take me around that corner, so I've had to quickly jump over Fennell's rods and sort of side play it. I can just see from as well, Fennell's just told me that they're weighing a fish over the other side as well. But yeah, we got one in the net and happy days. We're going to get it sorted out. It's wiped out my margin rod as well, just tried going into the reed bed at the same time. So yeah, a bit of a calamity all round, but he's in the net, that's all I care about. So yeah, we'll get it out, unhook it and all that jazz, and we'll let you know what it goes once the guys come around with the weighing scales. Happy days. Fish number 2. What a fish. It's only gone and pushed, what was it, 24.5, 24.10?
24.4.
24.4, there we go. What an absolute banger of a fish as well. When we lifted it, I thought, oh yeah, that's pushing 20. I didn't expect it to go this big. We've had a few reports in the night as well that a few fish have come out in the we've just seen as well when we was messing about with our fish, sorting bits and pieces out in our swim, that the guys opposite us had a fish as well, and that was like 17 pounds something, so we'd been knocked off top spot. But once weighing this one, we are right back up there.
Yeah.
We're 40 pound, we're borderline 40 pound in weight now, so
yeah.
this one is...
and to a lot of fish in here, that's worth two fish.
This is one of the better stamp of fish in here. But look at it, absolute pristine mirror. Cracking little scrap. Nailed, absolutely nailed. That hook wasn't coming out. Taken on a stick mix of the like I say, of the Hinders gear that I'm currently field testing. And this was on a yellow pineapple sticky baits wafter. So absolutely cracking fish. I'm buzzing, to be honest. I feel like I made my contribution to the match now, obviously with old Carp King nailing that one early doors. This one's kind of settled myself down. Confidence is there now to, you know, just to prove what I'm doing's right. So we'll slip it back. We've got a few stills already. Sig's had a little look. So we're all happy in this camp. Back in top spot. It's going to take a couple of fish to push this one. Unless anyone else, I say, bags a decent fish. So let's slip it back. I've got a couple of rods to sort out. Unfortunately, Chris has just lost one as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'd fish number 3 or more for about a minute.
We'll just turn it round.
Or not a minute, a second, and it unfortunately somehow been snapped off. So did have our third hook up, but unfortunately lost it.
Did have a couple of leeches on it as well, this fish. So
been holding up somewhere.
Been laying somewhere, but where? I'll just quickly show you this side before we put it back. Just as pretty this side.
Nice scaly one.
Sticking his fin up for effect.
They are nice fish in here. When this place was first originally stopped. Oh, Ziggy.
Sig's just knocked the GoPro over, but we got enough footage on there to sort it out.
Yeah, when this place was first stocked, all these fish that went in here was all hand-picked by Tony because he wanted all the scaly ones.
Yeah.
And they are nice
Sit
fish.
down.
We got Ziggy at the cameras.
We're going to slip it back. Got 2 rods to sort out. And fingers crossed today we'll come back with a few more.
See you on the other side. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Right then, so after all the excitement and commotion of that fish this morning, just wanted to give you a quick update really as to what's going on. As you can see behind us, sun's just coming up. That's lovely and warm, drying everything off. So I think we had a bit of spot of rain last night, so the top of the brolly and that's all wet. But all our rods are now back out, and switched my rod over to the same bait as what was obviously had that fish on. So you know, that could quite possibly be the you know, the colour that they're having. But we'll chop and change through the day, and we'll see if we can pick off some bonus fish. But managed to get both the rods back out, one back over to the same spot. Let's just show you. So if you can see directly in front of my rods there, going out to that island, literally where that duck's just passing through now on the island. That's pretty much where my left-hander is. Right-hander I did have on the corner of the spit, but I've just kind of moved it off about a rod length now, sort of straight out in front again, just into open water. It's pretty shallow on that corner, but yeah, I've just moved it off just for something different. Not put any bait out there. Again, just fishing sticks on both. Just going to regularly recast sort of through the day, every couple of hours at maximum, and see if we can pick off any fish. Mr. Carp King's pretty much doing the same this side as well, so we've got pretty much a mirror image really in this swim. Got the 2 islands and obviously the 2 spits with the pass-through channels. So his left-handers pretty much in the same area, in middle of the channel, in case of any passing fish coming through. And again, his right-handers punched out to the island, and he's back on the methods today. Method feeder, bit of sticky pellet and little baits. So that seemed to do the business quickly yesterday, and obviously a good way of building up your swimming. You know, getting bait out there and attraction into your swim. So he's going to stick at that today again, doing regular recast and stuff like that. So hopefully we can build up a swim, and possibly a couple of fish to match as well. So yeah, it's all looking sunny today. I think bites are going to be hard to come by, to be quite honest. I don't think it's going to be, you know, too crazy. I think we're going to be just picking fish off maybe as they come through, but the conditions are, you know, not really suited for you know, carpy conditions, but we'll get there. What I did notice is that obviously that sun's coming up behind us. It's hitting those islands pretty much straight away. So that's the first bit of the lake that's seeing the sun in the morning, which you never know, might have been the reason why I had that fish this morning. We weighed it up. I was quite surprised. I was saying that it was obviously like a borderline 20, but in fact it went 24.4 if my memory serves me correct, so I was well over the moon with that. First time down here, first fish, 24.4. The leaderboard's just come out as well. We're top just under 40 pounds. There's been, I think, 4 other fish out, I think from, I don't know, maybe 2, 3 pegs, 2, 3 and 4. The guys opposite us had a 16 borderline 17 pounder and a couple of 16 pound 13, I've just been told, and a couple of 10 pounders as well. So to have that biggie this morning, that's worthy of 2 fish captures really in this water. So that's put us right up there, but we're not going to rest on that. We're going to keep carrying on and try and nick ourselves another bonus fish or 2 today in these sunny conditions, and you never know. So here we go. We've got the Hinders Nut 365 stick mix, real fine, grounded down bits and pieces in there, all different, you know, little bits of seed and all sorts in there. We've got the 10mm nut 365 boilie, sorry. Little 10 millers, they are perfect for spod mixes, little stick mixes, etc. And I absolutely love them, to be quite honest. They're the perfect size. We've got a couple of handfuls of sticky baits, manila pellet in there. Again, that vanilla-y flavour just complements the nuttiness of the stick mix and the boilies perfectly. And then that's been rounded off with a little bit of the nut 365 glug. That just kind of gives it a bit of a bit of stickiness to it, where you can actually just bind it together when you're pushing it through the funnel web. Just using the thin one, the 25mm ESP PVA. Always used it, can never fault it. So yeah, just literally loading some of that into the funnel, giving that a good squeeze down, and like I say, there's just enough glug in there to make it bind together, so that it obviously stays together as you're punching it out. But obviously as it's breaking down, it's just going to leave a nice little carpet of feed like that. And obviously my wafter sat on top of it. So into another fish. I just literally prepped 2 rigs ready to recast. These ones have been out a good hour and a half, and nothing's happening. I've had fish showing over me. Literally the last couple of hours I've had fish showing over me, and I've sat there in disbelief how I haven't picked one up, and finally it's gone. I don't think it's big by any means, but end of the day, hopefully it's over that magic £4 mark and it counts towards our total tally. Can't even remember what I cast out on this one. It was a good couple of hours ago. I know it was a double fake food, double plastic. But as long as we get it in the net, I'm happy. As long as it's over £4 and it goes in the net, I'm happy.
Oh, he's over £4 all
He's
right.
over £4. Looks like another mirror. Again, he tried to double pink. Go on, Fennell. Go on, son. Get in there. Get in. Get in there.
Here we go then, guys. Our 3rd fish of the match between us.
Happy days. So, just coming up to 3 o'clock. I was like gonna fish, sort of recast every couple of hour intervals. So 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and leave it for the night through. Just sat there about 5 to 3. Just literally made up a couple of rigs, couple of PVA sticks, etc. All rigged up. Just about to get out of bivvy to drag in one of the rods, and this one rattles off. So great little scrap. Tried to take me around the spit again. They definitely know that they're there, so they're not stupid about where they want to go. And yeah, this is a reward. Again, wiped out my other rod because it's gone tried to go around the spit, so not that bothered. Another fish in the net, and obviously I was going to redo it anyway, so he's kind of done me a favour. But what was it, £14?
13.
Yeah, £14.13.
13.
13 was it?
Yep.
13. More points on the board, and another fish in the net. Happy days. Come off the long spot again, straight over to the island. Been showing over me all afternoon. To be honest, I don't know why I haven't hadn't had a pick up sooner. But another lovely, clean-looking mirror. So adds more, like I say, adds more weight to the.
Puts us over £50 in weight now.
Cumulative total, and this is our reward for perseverance. Another sort of low mid double in the net, more to our tally, and I was just in the swim next door. Zig decided to go on a wander. We just got out the sack. He decided to take himself off on his travel, so I went bloody following, and just talking to the guys next door. They've had a little one themselves. it turned really cold and really clear last night. The sky was just full of stars, so I don't really know how many fish come out, you know, what's been occurring around the lake. Personally, I didn't hear much when I was sort of tossing and turning, all lights were off and stuff like that. So the guys are just on the way around to come and give it away. But yeah, it's another one. It's off the far hand spot again, where obviously the other two fish have come from. Exactly the same bait. So the guys are here now. We'll catch up with you shortly.
Right then guys, we're with my teammate. We've had a fairly quiet night, we've both had good night's sleep, and first thing this morning, Ziggy had gone on a little wander. Martin had to go and retrieve him, and as he was retrieving Ziggy, his left hand rod rattled away with this one. So I can say I've had a bit to do with this fish because I had to pick up the take.
What did it go? £14.8,
At
wasn't it?
14.8.
Yeah, 14.8. But who wants to give the bad news?
Yeah, we needed this one because from the sounds of it, the guys in peg 5 and peg 1, both our nearest rivals, have had fish in the night, and it sounds like in the night the lads in peg 1 overtook us in overall weight. So
yeah, this fish was worth every pound in weight and money, it seems like.
Definitely, we needed this one because this one, according to the lads weighing the fish, have put us back in first place again. So it's a very crucial fish.
They've been showing in front of me all night. To be honest, I've heard like they're not shy about showing themselves. They've been in there for certain, but it's that 7 o'clock sort of wake up call. That 7 o'clock alarm call again, just like yesterday. Exactly the same time, exactly the same rod, exactly the same bait, exactly the same spot. It's, you know, you couldn't have written it, to be fair. But just glad to have got it in. Glad to get it safely registered into the net, and yeah, hopefully we can pick 1 or 2 more off just to secure that spot, because at the moment it's anyone's game. It's a fight between.
Say it's anyone's. It's between the lads.
It's a fight of 3, isn't it?
Between the lads in peg 1, 5, and us now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless any of the others have an absolutely blinding session, then.
Yeah. Conditions look like they're going to be really similar to yesterday as well. Blue skies, sunny. We were scratching for bites, to be honest, all around the lake. So it's going to be a long day, a long twitchy bum day, to be honest. And yeah, just going to have to take it for how it comes, to be fair. Make sure we land every fish if we're lucky enough to get a take or 2.
Yeah, that fish I lost yesterday could be a crucial lost fish.
Yeah, but we're going to stick and work at it again today. Do what we done yesterday. Just keep reintroducing fresh baits and fresh sticks, and keep trying to turn the swim over, tick the swim over, in hope that we can nick another one or two of these. So if there is a God. We've been leading for so long now. It'd be a shame to really drop out of the places, but obviously we're still up there. We're, you know, I think we're in the money.
Fair, I think we're going to be in at least one of the money spots now.
We're in the money. We've got some bragging rights at least. Right, everyone, just another really quick update. You probably just see me from the quick little clip before there. I just baited up a margin right hand spot. It's just not happening out on that island. Unlike yesterday, I've not seen anything out there today whatsoever. The wing swung around. We're now on the back of it. It's blazing hot down this backside, down this bank, and yeah, we're now in third. We've the two swims that have produced fish throughout the night, peg 5 and peg 1. They've both had another fish this morning, and it's pushed us down to third, but there's only a few pound in it, to be honest. If we can nick a fish ourselves and it be another decent one or half decent one, and we're back up into first ourselves. So baited that right hand side margin. I've not fished it yet. It seems like the right thing to do. The sun's absolutely beating down into that side, and yeah, I guess I'd be silly not to stick a rod down there for an hour. Like I say, nothing's happening out on that island spot. I've got one on the left hand side which is sort of on the money, which has done me the 3 fish so far. The right hander I've just kind of put out towards the face of the island that's facing me, but yeah, nothing's happened since that fish this morning, so we'll give it a go on that right hand side in an hour or so for an hour and a half, see what happens. I've just balled down there some of the stick mix. I've just made it into some ground bait balls, just wet it down, balled it up, give it 5 minutes just to harden up a little bit, and yeah, bung that out on that little right hand side spot. I'll dunk a rod in there, and we'll see how it goes for an hour, so fingers crossed. I think it's just coming up to, well, it's 10 past 11, so we've got the best part of 7 hours yet, just under, so yeah, there's still plenty of time, but it's just trying to scrape around for a bite now and do anything we can to really nick one, so I'll catch up with you shortly. Right, afternoon everybody. Just ran some stuff down to the car. It wasn't very, wasn't needed down here. It's just in the way and stuff. Need to get some more water as well. It's absolutely roasting. The wind's swinging around all over the show. 1 minute we're on the back of it, next minute we're in the face of it, but it is hot. Just wanted to give you a quick update really. Got one rod out, still to the island, just changing hook baits like I've been doing. Recasting every couple of hours. Right hander I've swapped to a zig. We've both swapped one of our rods now to a zig rig each. Chris is on 2 foot, I think I'm on 3 foot. Just going to recast them around every so often, see if we can pick up a fish maybe that's up in the water, etc. We haven't seen anything, but nothing else is working, so why not give it a go. Yeah, not really much more else to say, to be honest. We're down in third. The guys over in peg 1, who were last out the draw, I must add, weren't feeling very confident or happy with their choice of swim. Had one not that long ago, and I think now, to be honest, for us to get back in first spot, we need a we need a good mid double fish, or over that, to be fair, to nick that first spot. But we're going to persevere. We've got a good 6 hours or so left yet. You see me bait that right hand side margin. Not going to fish that till a little bit later on, because I think it's quite hot still, and I want to kind of just let it settle and see if anything moves in over the next 3 or 4 hours. And yeah, we're just going to keep chucking these rods around, chuck these zigs around and stuff like that, and hopefully nick a bonus fish. But at the moment we're in third. Chances are of us slipping out of that are pretty slim. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and if anything obviously happens for the rest of the afternoon, we'll come back to you. But yeah, it might be for a few hours yet, but we'll keep you updated anyway if anything changes. Right then, squeaky bum time. Literally just sat there knocking up a floater rod. Fish have been showing off the island real tight, and there's a real dead patch of flat calm water just off the side of the island. And we've had zigs over there, they ain't had a sniff. And yeah, I was just about to whack this floater rod out. Wow, I just literally cast it out, it just hit the surface, and this right hander, just the far island rod again, just absolutely ripped off. Switched over the bait on this one. This one's a little bit different, but we need this fish. We need this fish in the net.
Desperately.
It's
Come on.
it's been a long time coming. Others around us have been catching.
I know. It's.
And I don't think it's anything big by any means. A little fully scaled, maybe a 6 or 7 pounder, but might be the difference of a space.
Might be the difference between.
1 sec. It's going in. Come on. Get in there. Happy
Right, and
days.
guys, our swim has been absolutely dead since first thing this morning, but Martin has pulled it out the bag and managed to pick off a fish.
Look at that for a pretty one. Would it go £12? 11, £12, 13, something like that, wouldn't it? Can't remember the specifics.
11, 14.
Yeah, 11, 14. But such an important fish. I think we've got a few hours left. but this has really put us within reaching distance of second again now.
Yeah,
Only take another one of these.
we're still in third at the
still in
moment,
third, but not by far.
but it's one more fish.
But
And
it's another fish to the tally, like Chris says, and taken off the island rod again, and yeah, just completely out the blue. I was just about to cast out a single floater because I've seen a few fish around the edge of the island thrashing around and stuff like that, so I wanted to put a floater in the sort of the dead wind area where there was no wind coming through, and see if I can nick one off the top. But literally the first cast with the floater rod, and literally just as the float hit the water, the bottom rod that I'd had out there for a good couple of hours now absolutely ripped off. And it's this little pretty one, lovely little sort of, don't know if you class this as, would you say it's a fully scaled?
Fully scaled,
Pretty
yeah,
much,
I'd call that a fully
apart from the
scaled.
little underside of his stomach, but yeah, this is pretty much as pretty as they get. Size irrelevant, gorgeous creature. The other side is just as pretty. What we're going to do as well is just treat this other side, because if you see on there, it's got a slight little bit of scale damage.
Yeah.
So,
So if I could,
so the fishery down here, I believe, sell their own spray. Is that right?
yeah, they do. Island sell their own propolis fish care spray. Propolis is one of the best
It's one
fish
of the-
care products
yeah,
you can
it's
get
up
with it.
there,
It's
innit?
better than any of like the gels and any.
Commercials,
Yeah.
commercial stuff that's readily available. So you're just going to apply this to the sore area. Again, when it's like this and it's sunny and it's hot, best thing to do as well, keep a massive bucket of water next to your mat. Just try and keep them as wet as possible, because
You can
You
smell.
know,
You can smell its propolis.
yeah, you can
It's-
smell the antiseptic, can't you? You can smell it working, or you can even see it working already.
Yeah, it kind of goes like a waxy.
Yeah, just makes that nice smooth covering over it. Just keeps it nice and sealed up.
And it's a natural product as well. It's actually a sort of a byproduct of sort of beeswax, so it's a 100% natural product as well.
But yeah, like we say again, when it is hot like this, best thing to do is just keep them wet, keep them cool, keep them out of the water as less as possible. So we're going to slip it back now because we've done a weigh-in and stuff like that. We just want to show you on camera as well. The rod's back out as well, so fingers crossed we might pull this back at the end, but who knows.
Well, we might pull back second place.
Second place at least, but either way, it's another fish on the tally, and we're happy with that, aren't we?
Definitely.
Especially today's been really hard work. Let's get it back. Right then, so a real quick update. Obviously you just see we've had that fish. Don't think it's enough to put us back into second or even close to first just yet, but we've got just less than 3 hours left. It's absolutely roasting. I don't know about it being spring, it feels like summer. It is so hot. Basically I went back to the car and quickly grabbed some floater gear because I could see fish kind of just, I don't know, breaking the surface and kind of just being up and around the surface or on the edge of the island, and I just wanted to try and get something over there. We tried to, because that hadn't worked, but I wanted to get something over there that maybe they would just snatch at. So I was going to go with just a single floater and stuff. So I went back to the car quickly, grabbed the gear, set up a rod, stuff like that, and then punched a single dog biscuit over there, imitation biscuit. And literally no sooner had that floater rod hit the water, the left hander absolutely rattled off, and it's that little pretty mirror, that little pretty fully scaled mirror. Like I said, I don't think it's enough to put us back into second or first yet, but I've stuck both of them back out mega tight to the island again now. Both are krill wafters, little sticks again, and I think I'm going to go and sit on them for the next hour and a half. Hopefully they'll go sooner before that, but yeah, it's absolutely roasting, like t-shirts and shorts weather, to be honest. Like, my head's on fire, my face on fire, my arms are starting to burn up a little bit. Completely you know, not even prepared for this sort of weather, to be quite honest. And I don't quite know how I haven't seen any fish on the surface, to be fair, but you know, every lake's different. So gonna do probably a slow pack down over the next couple of hours, just so everything's all packed down, and then just obviously sit and wish that the hopes that the rods go off before we have to reel in. But it's been a thoroughly enjoyable weekend. It was that rod that was obviously the longer rod that's been doing the business all weekend. Nice to come to a new venue and have a few fish as well, but there's still time for some more, so fingers crossed, and we'll keep you updated.
Tonight.